Okay, good morning. So last session we discussed about these font bootstrap icons, right? Yeah. You tried them? Bootstrap icons, working with icons? No. So you are just practicing all these options now, right? Because after HTML is finished, so I will conduct one test on HTML for you, practical test, right? So I will verify. Our mentors will be there. They will verify each and every design that you created. So, and what we do is regularly we will keep note of people who are doing the exercises, and for those people we will send to campus level interviews and all. Others we don't. Means people who don't practice and do the exercises that we give in class, we don't recommend them anywhere. People who are doing regularly exercises and submitting. So because we will start exercises after few topics now, because still we are learning few topics. Once we're done with some important topics, now we can start building, designing. And as UI developer, we have a lot of companies requirements. So for our Naresh IT, so many companies are asking for UI developers and full stack developers, and we can send only the people who are perfect in their practical. So that is the reason. So they give good packages. So we have companies like Nissan and all, they give almost 3 lakh for fresher. That is good for fresher level. So as UI developer, and but they need good people with good practical knowledge, right? That's the reason we will not send everybody. We will choose people who are doing practice regularly and submitting the tasks. So what we have discussed in the last session is about how we can use ordered list, and we have like unordered list. So we have like combination of ordered list and unordered list nested side by side techniques we learned, and how to use icons. As of now, we used icons. What icons? Bootstrap icon. We have font awesome icons also. Later we will use, because this is enough as of now. Later I will show you how to install and work with additional icons, other type of icons. First you need to be perfect with one, that is enough, because you will be lot of confused, because class names and others will change. Once you go to CSS, then you can use other icons also. As of now, this is enough. Bootstrap icons are enough. Next, after understanding how to link these icons and working with them, now we need to understand about working with font styles. Font, you can simply say text styling. So text effects in HTML. How we can handle the text effects in HTML. So already we learned about how do we work with ordered list and unordered list and all other options. How we can give text effects. What are the options in text effects? For that, we have to, that means formatting text. So how we can format the text, how we can present the text. For that, what options are available? For that, we have options like to format the text. We have font, we have font styles and font effects. Actually, text effects includes 3 options: font styles and effects. So how we can apply the font? Font indicates the face, the size and color. This comes under the category of font. Font styles includes like bold, italic. This comes under font styles. Font effects means like underline, like strikeout, like superscript, like subscript. These all comes under font effects. So usually for these we have some tags, but these days we don't use those tags much, because in the modern web development we prefer using CSS, we prefer using styles, and officially the W3 standards says that don't use fonts anymore directly, always use by using styles, CSS, that is better. So that is the reason, but people who are not aware of CSS, they need to know how we have to apply in HTML. But HTML fonts we are not using much anymore. That means you learn about it, you practice it, but in real world, ignore them. So we have alternative mechanisms through styles we can do better. And that is what recommended also. So usually, what are the options for handling font? See, the first important, we have an element called font. The font element, it is used to define face, size, and color. Font is used to define face, size, and color. Now here some important standards and interview questions are there you need to know. Actually, face means font face. Font face means font name actually, like Arial is a font face, Times New Roman, that is a font face. Like we have script, like a font face. So many font faces are there. In every face, character have a different appearance. In every face, character have different appearance. So for example, what is the problem is, whatever the font face you given in editor, the same font face will not come in the output. You have to manually write it. For example, you can see what are the fonts available in your computer. You can open control panel. And in this control panel, you can see, so there will be a category called fonts. When you open that fonts category, you will see these are all font faces actually. These are all font faces. We call them as font face. These are all font face names. So we have like Arial, we have like Arial rounded empty. These are font faces. That means you get the name and you apply for your text, you apply. For example, we have like brush, script, empty, italic. That is the font face name. Brush, script, empty, italic is the font face name. But when you are applying the fonts, make sure that you are not using rare type of fonts. That standards I will tell you now. Actually, how to apply the font? See, suppose we have a heading. So welcome to HTML. I want to change the appearance of that heading. I will clean up the style. Yep. I want to change the appearance of this heading. I want to change the appearance of that heading. A text. Then what you can do is, you can enclose this sentence in a font tag. You can enclose in a font tag. By using font tag, it will not have any difference. You have to apply font face. Font face I given as some Arial. That is the font face. Now it changes. The font face changes. So suppose I given as brush, script, empty, italic. And you can see here it is not showing that. Why? Because that's what the standards I am telling. Every font available in computer will not be suitable for browser because those fonts are not available on other computers. Then what the problem will do happen is you are using one font and he don't have that fonts on his machine. It will not work. It will take some standard. So that is the reason you cannot apply whatever the fonts you see in your computer. Always prefer using the standard fonts. For example, you can copy the font names like this. Go to your notepad. You see the font names are present. See, these are all the font names. Suppose I am selecting brush script empty. Brush script empty. So that means brush script italic is not there. I am giving brush script empty. And you can see here the font style changes. So that means you can change the appearance, but very important, don't use rare type of fonts. Here, the question asked in interviews, the frequently asked question, what are web safe fonts? This is very popular question in interviews at even experience level. What are web safe fonts? This is a very important point. Web safe fonts means a developer should know what are the standard fonts that run on every machine. And web safe fonts are few. We have web safe fonts. Answer for this is we have serif. We have sans serif. Serif. And mono space. These are only standard fonts. These are only standard fonts. Serif, sans serif, and monospace. Other fonts, some machines support, some machine don't support. But these fonts, universal. They will be on every device, every computer, every mobile. They have these fonts. These are standard fonts. That means if you apply a font and that font is not available on the client machine, then automatically it will take any one of these three. Any one of these three. That means by default it will apply any one of these three. For example, suppose you are having a laptop or a desktop, you installed Windows. When you installed Windows, observe regularly. First time when you finished installing Windows, you open Notepad and you go to Notepad and start typing. It will have a font called sans serif or serif. That is default because that is the standard font. That is the web safe font. That means that font will be everywhere on every machine. So if anybody asks which font I cannot miss on any computer, these three fonts you cannot miss on any computer. These are called web safe fonts. That means when you are applying a font and that font is not available in other machine, then it will take any one of these three. First, it will give priority to sans serif, then priority to serif, then priority to monospace. That means if any one of these not working, then it will apply accordingly. So finally, monospace is everywhere. So that is the font styles. So how to apply the font? Just we have to define syntactically font face is equal to some font name and your text and close the font. So that is one important attribute for font. So we have font face is one important attribute. Next, in the font, another attribute is size. Font have another attribute, size. Font have another attribute, size. So it defines the font size in 7 levels. It defines the font size in 7 levels. You can give the font size up to 7 levels. and 1 to 7. So gradually size will be increasing, heading decreasing. Heading 1 to 7 size will be decreasing, but this 1 to 7 font size will be increasing. Heading have 6 levels and font is having 7 levels. 7th is the highest, and 3 is default. 3 is default. 3 is default. That means if you give the font size 3, you will not see any difference. You will not see any difference. So here, for example, I am giving some general div in that. So welcome to HTML. It is not having any style. By default, it looks like this. Now I want to increase the font size. Increase the font size. Then you can enclose this in a font, and you can define the font face. Some face is optional. I give an Arial, and we can use size. I given size 3, and you can see no change in size because that is the default size available. I can give up to maximum 7, then font size will increase. And I given some 10, then font size the same. Up to maximum 7 levels, you can give the font size. And you can apply for a word, for a character, for a sentence, anywhere. It completely depends on where you close it. That's where you close it. For example, suppose I am defining so font, and I am defining size is equal to, suppose, so that is some 3, and W, and size. And similarly, I am copying this, and I am writing multiple lines. I am writing multiple lines. And here, actually, I am writing all the sentence W. So here E, L, and C, O, M, E, like this. And M, E. Okay. Now here I am changing the font size. This is like 4, this is like 5, and this is like 6, and again this is 5 and 4 and 3. And you can see that all are characters without any line break used. Then actually it is a single word only. It is a single word which displays like this. That means gradually size increased and decreased. It is displaying like this. So font size you can apply for every character, and font size you can apply for word, sentence, anywhere. Where you close, that depends on that. And if you want to apply color, you have to use an attribute color. It sets font color by name or hexacode. Hexacode already we know. We can use name or hexacode. Syntactically, how you define? So we have like font face is equal to Arial, font size is equal to some 4, and font color is equal to some red, like this. That's how you define the font. These are the options for font. Font have 3 attributes: font face, font size, and font color. These are only the attributes available for font. Now, when I want to apply color for that font, you see here, I am going into this text, and I am writing here, adding color is equal to red. So here I said color is equal to green. For every character, I am giving color is equal to blue, and some color is equal to yellow, and some color is equal to blue, and color is equal to green. So, and color is equal to red. And you can see a different color for every character. That is color, how you can apply. But you have seen that we can do this without these options. For a paragraph, for a heading, if we want to apply, then you have learnt that you can apply by using style. So by using style. So how you can apply by using style? We have to use the attributes called font family. Font family, we have to write Arial. That is how we define. How to define the size? We have to use font size. Font size, how many pixels you want. How to define the color? We have to use color. Like this, we apply in the modern programming. So we almost, you will not see several websites not using this font tag, right? Why? Because that's waste of time. Because you have to add lot of tags, add, remove, and again if I want to change, it is difficult. If I do with styles, then I can change easily from one place. So that is the reason in the modern web development, better not to use the font tag, right? Use this font family, font size, and font colors that I have given through styles. You can apply from there. So this is font, but in HTML without style, how to apply? You have to know. That's the reason I given the tag. So that is font tag, how to apply. Next important, we have font styles and effects. Font styles and effects, to apply them, we have some tags. Here also some important points are there. So we have B for bold, and we have strong, that is also for bold. We have I for italic, and EM, this is also for italic. And we have U for underline, and we have INS, this is also for underline. We have strike for strike for strikeout, and we have del for delete. These are the options. So these are the options. Now here, to display bold, strong, italic, emphasized, and we have SUP for superscript, and SUB, this is for subscript, superscript and subscript. Now how do we apply this? How do we configure this and define? Now here also again the same one important question asked is, so what is difference between B and strong? Because B and strong, similarly EM and I, because both are same, both are bold, both are italic, both are underline, both are strikeout. That is one regular question that comes. What is difference between the bold and strong? Actually, you see now I'm defining some content here. I am writing some content here. So welcome to HTML. It is a markup language. Now here for the word HTML, I am applying B, that is bold. You can see it is in bold. And for markup language, I am applying strong, and you can see that is also bold. That means B tag is bold and strong tag is also bold. Same. Then what is difference? Why we have two options for the same concept? This is another regular question. So you will come across with these questions as a fresher, very common. What is difference between BR slash, I told you. What is difference between the bold and strong like options? These are very common. So here, to understand the difference, you need to know a situation. You need to know a situation. For example, I will open a software here, some MS Word or Excel or any office documentations. Here I am preparing a document. In MS Word, I am designing some document. Welcome to HTML. It is a markup language, something. I'm preparing document, some 100 to 100 pages are there. After preparing this document, so I saved and stored in my disk, and somebody opened this document and made some changes in the document here and there. Is there any possibility that I can know where they made the changes? Of course, yes, we can know, because you don't know complete MS Word or Excel. You know, I think maximum you know 1% of MS Word or 1% of MS Excel. That's it. Why? Because generally, suppose we have a software like Excel. We have software like Excel. So this is Excel. And this is Excel software. Generally, if I ask like how many days I may take to learn about Excel, maximum how many days it will take for me to learn Excel, knowing about Excel. So if you say 10 days, 15 days or 1 month, there is 4 years diploma in Excel. There is 4 years diploma in Excel. In our software companies, we have a specialist named Excel DBA specialist. His salary is 15 to 20 lakhs per annum. And his work is Excel. His work is Excel. You may be thinking like Java developer, .NET developer. But even Excel DBAs 15, 20 lakhs per annum. Finance managements. So it's a very big software. Why do you think Microsoft sells Excel software for 8,000? You know, MS Office package 3,000, 4,000, it starts. That means why business people purchase 4,000, 5,000 business softwares? That means these are very huge. These are very huge. That means, you see, this is Excel. I will show you. I will right click on this sheet and you see I opened code. This is Excel programming. This is Excel programming. You never saw this in your life. This is Excel programming. That means you know very little about these softwares. That means it is possible that anybody modified my document, I can know it. It is possible. How? You see, there is a menu called review. There is a menu called review. In review menu, I can select an option called track changes. I can select an option track changes. I can even put password for that. I can even put password so that only authorized people can make the changes. And see, after I'm giving track changes, observe carefully now. After I made track changes, see, I am typing something. I am typing something. So here I am typing something. Then it will get an underline. Underline indicates that it is inserted. Underline indicates that it is inserted. Now currently document is in which mode? Review mode. Now document is in review mode, not design mode. Earlier it was in design mode. After designing, I kept it in review mode so that somebody is reviewing it. While reviewing, he will do some changes. I need to know those changes. Web designing also same. That means in web designing, you designed a page. That's not final. You designed a page, your superior will verify that page. There is a team which will check everything in our page, including spellings, fonts, colors, everything. That means whatever you designed is not final. That goes for review. In review, people will identify problems in the page that you have designed. Then how they will tell about those problems to you? They will not directly do the changes. They will simply highlight them. And for highlighting, they need some other tags. They don't need the same tags that you use for design. Then designer will confuse. That means designer is unable to understand where the changes made. For that is the reason for review people, some set of tags, and for designer people, some set of tags, so that it is easy for them to identify. That means now you can understand. You see, now you can tell the difference between these two now. Am I right? What is difference between underline and INS? Both are underline only. Now you saw in MS Word, underline came for newly inserted content. That means if a change happened, some new thing is inserted, then our review people will write it with INS and they will send back to us. We will see that, okay, this is newly to be added. Then we will remove that INS and again we will put with U. We will not leave that INS. That is only for review. Finally, when website goes for publishing, it should not have INS. It should have only U, underline. So why you have two options for the same concept? One for design mode, another for review mode. And very important, this is for inserted. Observe, somebody deleted this markup. Then it will not actually delete. It will put a strikeout. Actually, for example, you see websites. Suppose Flipkart. So I opened Flipkart and I selected some product on Flipkart. And this product came here. And when I selected that product here, you can see here 9,000 is striked out and 4,299 is given. Now, generally, what is the meaning of strikeout in English? In English literature, so what is the meaning of strikeout? How do I know English literature? That is general English, man. What is the meaning of strikeout? Strikeout means it may come back again anytime. It is not deleted. If it is deleted, why to keep it? If it is deleted, why to keep it? Remove it. Why you are keeping it and striking out? Strikeout means that it may come back anytime. That means the price that given to you is not standard. You read the terms. You never read the terms here. Observe, read the terms. After you place the order, if the vendor increases the price, after you place the order, if the vendor increases the price, that price will reflect on your bill. That rule is written, you observe there in every shopping website. That means what you placed in the order is not final. Sometimes if the vendor says that I can't, so if he says that this price, this item is in very demand, I have to increase price. And if you are interested, you can continue with the add-on price. Otherwise, I will cancel your order. Your order will be cancelled. If you are not agreed with that increased price, your order will be cancelled. Simple. That means because according to the terms, they have written clearly that this is not final price. It may change anytime. So this strikeout indicates that this may come back anytime. That is the meaning of strikeout. So that is the reason. So grammatically also so much knowledge you should have to properly place the content. Because we as developers develop websites for a lot of foreign clients, Australian, German, so US based clients. For them, English is their native language. For you, English is a foreign language. For them, it is a native language. And their website should express them as native language. In that case, why you used an exclamation mark, that also matters for him. That means you put an exclamation mark, he will say why you kept it. Is that required for this particular situation? That also matters. Your website is verified in that concept also. At high level, our websites are verified by our review team, including these grammatical features also. That is the reason web designing is not just writing code and putting the output. Lot of standards you have to follow when you go to real time. So that's the reason better to know about them. Once you go there, you can easily handle them. So the concept here, the same. Here, why it is given strikeout? Strikeout means it may come back again. How it will come back? I don't like the review he made. Then what I will do? I will go to the reviews. There is an option, accept changes, reject changes will be there. I will select the option, reject all changes. Then whatever changes made gone. The deleted one came back again. Strikeout means come back again. It may come back again. These are very simple. These may look very simple, but interviewer can hook you on this on interview. That means he will conduct interview on just font styles and say, go. You don't know after all difference between inserted and underline. You are a web developer. Right? You may think like, these are very small, very silly things. I know these. Already I learned in school. Italic, bold, underline. But even you learn in school, that is only school level. Right? This is what you need to understand more about this. Why technically these are used. So what is the difference? I hope you can tell now. So this is nothing but, so document is design, document have two modes. One is design mode. Another one is review mode. Design mode and review mode. B is bold in design, and strong is bold in review mode. That is the point. That means in review mode, if you want to make it bold and show the appearance in bold, then you use this strong. So finally, what is the tag you have to use? Finally, you have to use the tag bold. So ignore these review things. Review things are for review people, right? So this is one simple option. So how we can apply bold. Same options we have for italic. I want to make the appearance italicized. Then see. To make the appearance italicized, then here I can add I for italic. For that HTML, I am adding I. I is for italic. So you can see that is I, that is for italic. And the same I want here also italic. Then in review mode for italic, we can use EM. EM is used for italic. We are using bold and italic, both combinations, both are same. Similarly, if I want underline, what I can give? General mode is U for underline, and review mode is INS. INS is for inserted. So in the output, it may look same, but the code tells that it is review code and it is the design code. And very important. So same, we have another option. What is it? Strike is in actual mode. We give strike. In actual mode, we will give strike. And in design review mode, what we have to do? In review mode, we have to use del. Del is for deleted. Just I kept all combinations. We can put in various designs now, right? So we need to understand the difference between all these. difference between all these. We have bold, strong, italic, emphasized. This is called actually emphasized. Emphasized. EM for emphasized. And U and INS for underline, strike, and del for delete. Superscript, subscripts are general things. You know superscript and subscript. Superscript, subscript is nothing but superscript will raise the character from baseline. Raise the character from baseline. For example, suppose I am writing here. Yeah, here I am writing like 10th. So 10th anniversary offer, something like this. 10th anniversary offer. Now I want that TH to be raised from the baseline. Then what we can do for this TH, we can use SUP. SUP is for superscript. And that superscript will raise from the baseline. It will be raised from the baseline. Similarly, I am using suppose some scientific equations like some H2O. Now that O must be down from the baseline, then we can keep this as a subscript. So we have subscript. We can keep that subscript. That is superscript, subscript. These are general font related options. That means how we can apply and configure and define the fonts. So these are fonts. Font related options, how to define and handle them. So we have all these effects syntactically like this. 10th, then superscript TH. That's how we define superscript. Some H, subscript 2, and the subscript close and O. That's how we are defining superscript and subscript. These are all font related important options. Font styles, font effects, and how we can manage them. Now, next important, after understanding the fonts, colors, and effects, now in HTML, you need to understand how to handle images. This is a big concept, how we can put images in HTML. Images in HTML, how we can keep the images. Pictures. Actually, for images, you have to learn a lot of standards. So many technical standards you have to know for images. So generally, first you have to understand, first point is what are the image types supported for web design. What are the image types supported for web design? What are the important image types supported for web designing? That means images supported. Yeah, images actually so many types are present. Images, so many types of present. All type of images are not supported on internet. That means pictures are present in several formats, and all formats of pictures are not supported for web design. You can't keep them. So it's very important. So that is the reason you should know as a developer what are the types of images supported and when to use them. That is also important, because generally while using also you need to know the usage terms. So for example, suppose I am going on Google here, and here I will search. Here I will search for suppose some Sachin Tendulkar. I am searching for Sachin Tendulkar. Now you can see this is images. I will go to images. These are all pictures. Now the point is, can I use all these images in my website? You can't. If you use, the person who owns that image then claim on you legally and your website is gone. That means blocked. And legally you have to face issues. because these days these are very strong. Cyber crimes are very strong these days and very fast and accurate. That means they can exactly know from where you are uploading, then they will block you, right? And these robots are very intelligent. I will tell you one example. Just we have our Naresh IT YouTube channel. In our Naresh IT YouTube channel, so we were up in the beginning, because now we know everything, standards and all for YouTube channels. In the beginning of YouTube channel, so one of our trainer has uploaded some video, training video. In the training video, at a certain point, he showed a diagram that belongs to some other website in the video. And once we uploaded the video, after we uploaded the video, in 5-10 seconds, we got an email saying that your channel blocked. 5-10 seconds. 5-10 seconds. And we were very much surprised. In that email, the message was, in this video, from the time 45 seconds to 48 seconds, you showed a picture that doesn't belong to you. Now you can imagine the ability of these robots, how intelligent they are. That's the reason you cannot use the pictures whatever available here. I hope you know how to know which pictures you can use. You know it, huh? You know how to know which pictures I can use from this. You don't know? You see here, there is a tools category. There is a tools category. You see, there is a tools category. Tools category. In the tools category, in the search, there is a tools category. You go to the tools category. In the tools category, there will be an option, usage rights. Here, what you have to do is, you have to select, see, common license, commercial and other license. Common license means which you can use. Commercial license you can't use. That means now select common license. Several pictures will be gone. Only few pictures will come. Only few pictures will come, and those pictures are not more clear. Previously several pictures came, now only few, because all other pictures you saw, they have copyright issues. You can't use them. These you can use them. That means these are common license. You can download, you can copy, and you can use them. In web development, you have to take care about everything. That means if for your client, when you are developing a website and you uploaded something which belongs to some other people, then they can claim on you. So that's the problem. So you have to know so many things. You need to know so many things. So that means even a paragraph that you write that should not belong to some other website. Some other website. That means suppose you see online, so many tutorials are present. Online tutorials are present. Now, if you copy some tutorial content and paste in your website, then your website will be blocked. That means even that paragraph have copyright issues. That paragraph have copyright issues. So we will see later. I will show you how to check the content that we are writing is having license or not. I will show you some softwares later. There, while designing website, you will write some summary. What generally people do, sometimes they copy summary from some other website and put it. Then your website will be blocked. So you how to know that this is not having any copyright issues. For that, we have separate softwares. By using those software tools, we can know them. That I will tell you in later stage. We will see that. Initially, first, as a developer, you should know how to search for images that doesn't have copyright issues. Second, after that, you need to know what are the image types supported. All types of images are not supported. What are the image types supported? We have image type APNG. This is animated, portable, network graphics. Network graphics. APNG, animated portable network graphics. Usually this will have the extension .apng. So PNG, when to use them, I will tell you. When to use these type of images, we will discuss. First, we should know what are the image types. Another PNG, portable network graphics. Network graphics. We have PNG, that is the extension for this. We have JPG. So joint photographic expert group. Actually, that is JPG or JPEG. And they can also have JFIF. JPG, so many extensions will be there. We have GIF, graphic interchange format. Graphic interchange format. They have the extension GIF. Graphic interchange format. So we have BMP. This is bitmap. So they will have .bmp. Extension will be .bmp. So one more point I will tell you important here. So another option is SVG, scalar vector graphics. So vector graphics .svg. And we have icon. So Microsoft icon. So we have .ico. And we have the image WebP. It is very latest. Web picture. So .webp. This is very recent supported one. These are all various image types supported for web. When you are using pictures for internet designing, web designing, you have to make sure that those images belongs to any one of these. Now here some questions are there. Some more very important questions are there. I will tell you the point here. Actually, what is the purpose? That means, what is difference between various types of image formats? What is difference between various types of image formats? This question comes. That means, why you have so many formats of images? What is difference between them? Some basic points you have to know. In the classroom documentation, a complete table is given, right? You don't need to worry. Image type, its description and its extensions, a complete Word document. In the Word document, you have that, okay? The entire table is present, which tells various image types and how to handle them. In the HTML document, you have it. Now, the point is, as a developer, when to choose these images, when to use these type of images, that's the key point. So see, actually, we have the images called PNG, APNG. These are high definition, high resolution, and they have more pixel depth. That means they have high quality. At the same time, they occupy more space also. PNG, APNG have very high quality, high description, means high pixel depth. That means high resolution. So but problem is they occupy more space in the memory. When to use these PNG type of pictures? You have to use these PNG type of pictures when you want to display a picture which can be downloaded and used by the client. That means not for watching on screen, for downloading and providing, then you can go with the PNG. Already I told you, so remember this and don't come with this question again and again. So I already told you that many times people come with a complaint that, sir, you told PNG for download, but in a website I can download JPG also. So usually people come with this kind of mindset. So I already told you, again I am telling you again and again, that we don't care what is downloaded, what is uploaded. We always talk about standards. In that website I can download JPG, in this website I can download this. I don't care. We don't care about that. So that means we, as per the standards for download and viewing, what kind of format of pictures we have to keep? PNG. And but the problem with PNG is they occupy more space on disk. So I will show you that example. They occupy more space on disk. So you are providing a preview and a user can download and use it. In that case, better go with which format? PNG. They have high definition. JPG format of images, they also have high definition, high resolution, high definition, high resolution, but more pixel depth also, but they are compressed images. That means they occupy less space. JPG is a compressed image format. For example, suppose you have some flash drive, you have a pen drive. That pen drive capacity is suppose 16 GB pen drive you are having. You have some photos. That photos have JPG extension, JPG type of photos, and they are occupying some 25 GB. They are occupying 25 GB. Now you want to copy them into pen drive. So difference is 8 GB. Then you will think about zip the files, because only few space only. Then you think about zip the files so that size will be reduced. We can copy into pen drive. So for example, suppose this is 18 GB, only 2 GB extra, or think that only 1 GB extra, 17 GB. Only 1 GB extra, then generally people think that I can use WinZip, WinRAR, compress it and copy. Compressing JPG files is the foolish thing people do. That means any technical person will not compress JPG files because they are already compressed. Even you compress, nothing will happen. And we see many times people compressing the JPG files and copying into pen drive. Nothing will happen. Only 2%, 1% of space will be adjusted, nothing else. That means compressing JPG files is the rubbish thing people do. Why? Because they are already compressed formats. You cannot compress them more. So that is the reason people use images in a JPG format, because they are already in a compressed format. That means now what is the advantage of this? You see, I will show you the difference here. Suppose I will open MS Paint. In MS Paint, I will show you a picture. Suppose I have some images. So some images we are having here. Suppose I have some image, some picture is there. I will copy it. This is the image I am having here. I will adjust the height of this image. Okay, this is the image I am having. Page size also adjust. So this is the image we are having. What I will do is I will save it. And see what I am doing in my desktop. On my desktop, I am saving this as car PNG and the extension is type is PNG. Okay, save it. Now again save as. This time I am giving the file name as car JPG and the extension I will select the extension as .jpg and I will save this. It is saved. It looks same. Quality wise, resolution wise, it will look same, nothing difference. So observe carefully now. I will open this desktop where I saved these files, and you can see I have these two files, car JPG and car PNG. Two files are present. I will right click on car PNG and go to the properties. Go to the properties and you see how much space it is occupying. It is occupying how much space? 2.41 MB. 2.41 MB. And observe here, I am going to JPG and see the properties. It is 400 KB. 2 MB and 400 KB. That means almost 70% size reduced. Then if I zip this, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Already it is compressed one. That's what generally people don't know, right? That means what is difference between you and an ordinary person who is using computer, right? The point is you technically know several things, then you will not go wrong. So if person who don't know technically, then he will go wrong. That means the point is you need to know how and where these type of images are used according to situation. So JPG files, JPG files we use for on-screen display, not majority for downloading. We give on-screen display. Why? Because if anybody downloads them and tries to use them, because their size is already compressed, they cannot zoom and edit them clearly. For DTP people, JPG type images are not great. Why? Because they have to do minor changes in that, they have to do some editings, then always they save in a high pixel format, then they will take into editing. So otherwise, if they take a compressed format, it is not good for editing. Editing. So if you are providing for download and use, better go with PNG. If you are looking for on-screen display of images, then better go with JPG. Another GIF. GIF is low resolution. Low resolution. And GIF is only 256 colors. GIF is only 256 colors. Low resolution, 256 colors. It will not have much colors. JPG, PNG, millions of colors will come. Millions of colors. But GIF is 256 colors only. And the size same. So same as PNG. There is no difference in size. But what is the speciality about GIF is, GIF can have animation. GIF can be animated. GIF can have animations. That is one specialty about GIF. They can be animated images. They can be animated, but they don't have good color quality. GIF images always lose the color quality. They can show only 256 colors. Generally, we use these GIF files for buttons. We use for logo. We use for bullets. For such things, we use GIF. Suppose I want to design a small button. I want to design a small bullet. So star symbol or some bullet symbol. Then you go with this. Because in that small size, you don't need millions of colors. Then better to go with which format? GIF. You can see here. You can see. I will go into MS Paint. And I will open this JPG file. I will save this JPG file again. I am going to save this JPG file. Observe carefully. This time I am saving that JPG file into a GIF file, and I will select the format. I will select the format as GIF. When I select the format as GIF and click save, immediately it shows a warning saying that this color quality might be reduced. It's giving a warning, color quality might be reduced. Of course it will reduce. GIF format will not have the millions of colors, so color quality will reduce. Then why we use this type of images? We use this type of images because in small size images more colors are present, then it will not display clear. In that case we have to design by using GIF. We are designing like bullets, designing like small symbols. Everything happens by using GIF format. So as a developer, when to use GIF format of images? So we have to use them for buttons, logos, and bullets, right? Next, very important, and this you can expect in all interviews these days regularly, SVG. In majority of every UI developer interview these days, you will get this question: what is SVG and what is the role of SVG? Actually, SVG is vector graphics. Vector graphics. What is the specialty about vector graphics? What is the specialty about vector graphics? Actually, this is XML based image. That's great. That is the key point. In many interviews, they will ask you what is example of XML image. Any XML format image. XML format images are SVG. What is the specialty of these vector graphics? Actually, general pictures are pixel based. General pictures are pixel based. But SVG is vector based, not pixel based. What is advantage of vector based? When you increase the zoom size of image, quality will increase. Generally, pixel based quality will decrease. But when you are increasing the zoom, more quality will come. That is what generally used in Google Maps. Google Maps use this SVG format of images. They use SVG format of images because you keep on zooming, then more clarity of the content will be coming. So that is not possible with JPG and all. JPG, PNG. You see buildings, you see, those are all images. Don't think that Google is showing you live satellite picture in India. Right? Those are all pictures designed by developers like you. Google Maps have Google Maps designers. Those designers design those building boxes and all, and they upload into Google Maps. Google Maps. That is the reason it is not a live satellite image. Live satellite images are not permitted in India actually. So, and I hope you all people know after mostly by the next year, mid next year, Google Maps will not be there anymore in India. Because Indian government have its own maps coming in. Right, our satellites are providing those own, and Indian people are given access only to those. Already government has announced that. Right, that means we are having our own navigation system now. India is having its own navigation satellite successfully running, and you will have your own navigation system. We will not depend on Google Maps much in future. But the point here is how the quality keeps on increasing. That is vector based. What is the advantage of XML based image? Advantage of XML based image is XML can flow through firewall. That means XML cannot be blocked by firewalls. It can flow through the firewalls. Generally, pictures are blocked by firewalls. So then pictures cannot copy and save into your machine. They cannot display sometimes. But XML formatted images, another point is they can flow through firewalls. They cannot be affected by virus. So that means virus cannot affect these SVG. Virus infection will not be there for these SVG type of images. SVG type of images. General JPG files may have virus infection. So, but SVG format images will not have virus infection. Generally, where we use this SVG type of images, like architectural diagrams. For example, you are watching some real estate related website. In real estate website, they have uploaded a map of the site, and you see initially it looks small, but once you click it, it starts zooming, and you zoom every area and see it clearly. So such type of image formats are what type of images? SVG. SVG. So the difference is generally for a person who don't know all this, he will just put a picture because he is having it. That means he will upload a picture into website because he is having it. But developer should not do so. That means a developer should decide according to situation which format of image is suitable, and he need to use that format of image only. So for that you need to know all this. One more very recent is WebP format image. This is actually web picture format. What is the specialty of web picture format? So the specialty is it will save entire web page. That means it is embedded into web page. Generally, pictures are independent from web page. You can separately save the picture. But recently, WebP format of images are coming. These are embedded into web page. If you try to save that picture, entire web page will save. This is security for images. This is securing the images in a more better way. These days, you will see these kind of images very frequently. So that means it is not separated from web page. It is embedded into the web page. So that when you try to extract it, save it, it is a part of web page. Only you have to take a screenshot or capture the screen. You cannot save it separately. That is the format of WebP. These are all the various image formats we are having. And once we know, then we have to learn how to put these images in web page. That we will see in our next session. Right? In the next session, we will discuss about how to put the images and how to use them. So next session, we are going to design this page. We will go to Flipkart. In the next session, I will show you how to design any product details page. That means we will take any product detail page and we will try to design this page. This page means this image and right side these contents. That screen we will try to design. So for that we have learnt everything. Only one point we have to learn how to put that image. Now we will able to design this screen. For this whatever required we will see now. Right? That we will see in our next session. Monday we will do that. Right? Yeah.